Hello, my name is Garrett Clement, and this is my individual contribution video. A lot of my user stories are very interconnected, so I'm going to read them all off first and then explain what's going on. As a player, I want to be able to press keys so that I can move my character left and right. As a player, I want to be able to press a key so that I can make my character jump. As a player, I want to be able to press keys while I am jumping so that I can move my character left and right. As a player, I want to press keys so that I can dodge. As a player, I want to press a key so that I can do a quick attack. As a player, I want to be able to press a key so that I can do a heavy attack. As a player, I want to be able to press a key so that I can do a combo off my light attack. So, at the beginning of the semester, Matlock and I got together and we wanted to create a system that our AI and our main character, Nin, would use in order to move and attack. So we decided to use the state design pattern for that. So every game figure has a motion state and a combat state. So these three classes right here, we came up with together. But for my individual contribution, all of these subclasses down here, I have created specifically for Nin to make him do what he does, to move and attack. So I'll go ahead and explain kind of what's going on and how it's working. So when the player, we have a key listener here that listens for player input, and depending on the player input, it will then take and tell Nin's character to transition itself to the next state. So each state, the next state accepts a string, and depending on that string and what's going on, it will then transition the state. So when you press a F key, it will then take Nin's combat state and tell it to transition state to some different attack, like either a light or a heavy attack. To show what's going on, so if he's in his neutral combat state and you press the F key, it signals him to move to the light attack state. When Nin's in the light attack state, he then executes a light attack. And then if he does absolutely nothing, the light attack state will know after it's finished, will automatically transition to the neutral combat state again. But if he's in the light attack state and the player presses the F key again and he hits the combo window within that and the parameters are met, he'll then switch his light attack state out for a whirlwind state to cause Nin to do a whirlwind. Once that's done, he'll just transition back to the neutral combat state. And from the neutral combat state, Nin can, either, depending on the key that's pressed, if it's the F key, he'll transition to light attack. And if it's the D key, he'll transition to the heavy attack. The player's movement is set up in a very similar fashion. So if the player wants to move left or right, they would just push the right arrow key, and then the key listener would call the next state method and pass in a string. And if the input was move, if the string was move, he would then go into a move state and start moving right. And then once released, he would transition back to the neutral motion state. However, if the player taps to the right key once, he'll go to the next state, and then he would move. And then if he releases it, he would transition back to the neutral motion state. But every state knows what previous state it was in. So if he is in the neutral motion state, but he was moving, and the player wants to move right again, and basically if it is within the dash window and the previous state was moved, the character will dash. And that's basically how we've got him setting up, where he can press the right key once and he'll move right. If you double tap the right key and it's within the dash window and his previous state was moved, then he knows to transition to the dash. And then once the dash is finished, he'll just go right back to the neutral motion state. That's pretty much all that I have. Thanks for watching.